Joke me like you hate me, but you love me. Low-key wanna date me when you fuck me. Touch me with the lights off and my chains on. Baby, I'm not the right one, you should wait it.
Corpse husband. He also answers to Corpsey McCorpston, first of his name, Lord of the feline women, magister within the bowels of Tick-Tock. Or just Corpse. In all caps, of course. Who is Corpse? What does he smell like? What does he look like? The internet really wants to know. After some quick Google searching, he might look like this. Or maybe even this. Or perhaps this. But according to very trusted and reliable resources deep within the internet, they believe that they found a real-life photo of Corpse. Now, Mr. Husband himself has come forward and said that that is in fact not him, and that they shouldn't go sleuthing where they shouldn't sleuth.
Because people think it's me, they just shit all over, even though they're normal-looking people. So if that's what normal-looking people get for people that think it's me, then I can't imagine if it was actually me.
The internet doesn't treat artists like people. They treat them like things to be gawked at, to be commodified. I would agree with them. Artists aren't people. They're things. They're figments of our imagination, jumping through dimensions, ripping through space and time, leaving behind their excrement for us to consume. It's wonderful.
I feel like I would be happier in a world where I could be myself openly and not worry about like hiding from everybody. But I do think it's also the best decision for me because I don't think I could handle that many people like judging me at once.
I can empathize with Mr. Corpse. The internet can be very cruel and often stupid. The scrutiny and soullessness of internet trolls are the reason why Corpse decides to remain anonymous. But he's actually been around for many, many years. I've known of him since before I was on YouTube. He used to run a creepypasta channel where he led viewers on journeys that twisted and turned with his deep, sultry voice.
And though we tried, we couldn't make out what was being sung. It sounded like church music, but in another language.
And that earned him well over 1 million subscribers, which is no easy feat. But that leads us to right now, where I want to talk about his music career. So after Corpse's foray into live streaming, which was wildly successful a couple of years ago, he launched one of his first public songs, Catgirls Are Ruining My Life. And I, Mr. Mother Moth, was one of the first people to ever hear it. Corpse and I go really far back. I'd like to think that at one point we were best friends. We drifted over time, which happens, but we remained in contact. And by in contact and best friends, I mean we had one DM conversation ever. Here it is. Did you miss that? Here it is again. There it goes. Okay, enough of this foolishness. Let's get down to business. So if you could close your eyes and envision for me a Corpse Husband fan standing in front of you, what would they look like? I'll give you a moment while I get into character. Yeah. Okay, so the first song we'll be checking out on Corpse's Spotify, which has over 5 million listeners, very impressive, is called Misa Misa. I'm presuming that's referring to Light's girlfriend from Death Note. We're off to a very good start. Huh. That track is heavy. It's got a big old dump truck on it in the production department. It's thicker than some of my mistresses. It's visceral, it's gritty, but I don't know. Because Scarlord is on it, a match with him and Corpse seems like something that could be really special. And while this song isn't bad, it seems more like Corpse just kind of took the intro and outro. Scarlord did a verse in the middle, The song is 93 seconds long, and then it finishes. It doesn't seem like there's any real collaboration. I feel like they could have come up with something that would have woven together. Obviously, they can't harmonize because it's more rap and screaming than it is singing, but this song actually makes me wonder what an entire album or even an EP between Corpse and Scarlord would sound like. But let's try another one I haven't heard. This one is called Hot Demon Bitches Near You. These titles, man.
Till I throw it back, then I blow it back, drop it down low, let 'em know.
Ow, okay. I enjoyed that song significantly less, although that one seems to be the popular one. The main thing that stuck out to me in this one were the lyrics. Yep. Tell her throw it back, then I blow a bag, drop it down low, let 'em know it's like that. Feel like I'm hexed, yeah, that bitch bad. Collar on her neck and her ass real fat. Again, I see what he's trying to do here. The production is really good. The bass is monstrous. The chorus of this song rattles so intensely that it's like sitting at the bottom of the mountain and the song is crying out saying, I can destroy you. The weaknesses of this track are the exact same as the last one. The feature is so out of place. It's so weak. The feature feels like a lost child in a very large mall, and Corpse is the mall. It doesn't work. At least in the last song, Scarlord fit very well with Corpse aesthetic, visually and audibly, whereas this one, I don't know where he found this person, I've never heard of them, and I don't like it. Moving on. This next song is called Poltergeist. I'm assuming it's about ghosts, and I really like the album art. It's pretty.
Cross my heart and hope to die. I can't fucking.
I liked that one a lot better because it was only one feature, although, again, I just wish there was more. The track is 1 minute and 39 seconds. Very lean. But once again, the feature feels inadequate. It feels like they're just filling up time until Corpse comes back, because it's Corpse's song. We want to hear Corpse, not a bunch of features. And I'm really hoping there's a recent song that just has Corpse on it that goes over 2 minutes. I'd be really interested to hear what that sounds like. This song called Life Waster, which I really like the graphic that comes up on Spotify, isn't on his most popular list, but I don't see any features. And this is what I'm looking for, a new Corpse song with no features, just him, and it's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's listen.
I went to substances, you went to college. I think it's too late to acknowledge our
It's raw, it's emotional, it's lyrically driven. This is absolutely, without a doubt, my favorite song that I've heard of his recently. I went to substances, you went to college. I think it's too late to acknowledge our problems. Heard that you're great, I just wanted to say, it ain't change, I still love you, tomorrow's not promised. Oh, by the way, fucking hate all the fame. Got you counting the days when your illness is chronic. Death really changes the way you behave. I'll remember your face when it smiles upon us. It's so much better. I feel like I'm not being fair to the other songs because the intention there is to be hype, to get people moving, to get the cat girls ooh-wooing and gyrating, but this is what I would listen to. I really enjoyed this. Let's see if I can find another one like it. This song, called Agoraphobic, was released in 2021, so not too long ago. It's over 2 minutes, barely, 2:09, and it has no features, so I'm excited.
I can't do shit right, I can't learn my lesson. I can't do shit right, take any.
It's fascinating what a year can do to someone's music, because the production on that was very clearly from his bedroom, and all the newer stuff from 2022 is so heavily produced. Not in a bad way, but it sounds like a completely different artist. They're almost not comparable. I think that I definitely prefer the slower songs with Corpse, the more heartfelt ones, because it makes him seem more like a person and less like, I don't know, a fictional cat boy with a really deep voice. What I would say is this: if you're not very familiar with Corpse's music, or you haven't heard it at all, I would start with the songs without features and move up, because obviously the Cat Girls Are Ruining My Life and those iconic internet TikTok songs have their place, but I think his true artistry shines through in the slower songs and the more lyrically driven songs. My final thoughts. I think initially I've been kind of jaded by Corpse's whole aesthetic and image simply because it derived from TikTok and from Twitch, both of which have pretty annoying communities. But there's also gems in there. It's not all bad. These platforms are too big to be all bad. And after hearing some of these singles, there's definitely a ton of potential there. Now, will he become the next Joji? Obviously, they're much different in every feasible way, but he's good. And judging by the artists that he's collaborating with, mainly Machine Gun Kelly, he's probably on a major label, which could be trouble. There's most likely an album in the works, which I would love to hear. I hope it's not jam-packed full of features just to sell records and get streams, and perhaps more in line with songs like Daywalker, but it's probably going to be the latter, because major labels are vampires, and not the cool kind. And that's all I have to say about Corpse. I wish him well. If you enjoyed this video, if you like the new set, if you want more videos like this, or more content from me, you can go have a look at my Patreon, linked down below. I have full-length original songs as well as unreleased covers on there for as little as $1 a month. And all of this and my continued journey as a content creator, independent artist, whatever the fuck, is made possible by them. So thank you very much. Don't forget to stay sad, but not too sad. Mwah.